Let me start off by saying I'm in an extremely busy truck stop parking lot. I had to pull over and do a video. I left the house today with my Chavez, and I left the house today with my Spartan. I knew that. Courtney was awake whenever I left the house. She made me a cup of coffee and she looked in my pocket and she said, "You got 2 knives in your right pocket." I said, "Yeah, I do." I repaired a bug out tip for one of my buddies, so it was in my left pocket. And I always carry a knife in my right pocket, and I always carry a knife in my left pocket. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna, like when I got to work, I was gonna place his knife in a mailbox so that he could pick it up, and then I was gonna switch pockets. I was gonna add one of my knives to my left pocket. So I took his knife out of my left pocket and I put it in an envelope. I dropped it in his mailbox. One in my right pocket, I only had 1 knife in there. The Spartan was gone. At least it wasn't the Chavez. Like, I know the Spartan is financially, technically, maybe more valuable because it's USA made and obsolete and they don't make them anymore. But the Chavez got sentimental value, right? And nothing like really trumps sentimental value, not in my opinion. What happened? So I told my buddy, I was like, "Don't forget to get your knife out of the mailbox." But in the meantime, dude, I did lose that. I lost my Spartan in the parking lot somewhere. I don't know where. I hadn't been many places. I told him the places I'd been. He and about 3 or 4 other of my co-workers went outside and they scoured the parking lot trying to find the knife. I described the knife to them and all that stuff. And what happened was, when I was loading my truck up, I lifted my duffel bag up and it ripped the Spartan right out of my there it goes again. I'm gonna lose it again. It lifted the Spartan out of my pocket and onto the duffel bag, and I didn't find it until I went right back there just now. It's the first time I've actually looked at the bags and stuff since I put them in the truck this morning, because I wasn't suspecting that the knife would be anywhere around that area. I was just getting back there, getting ready to lay down because I got a late night appointment, and the Spartan's just hanging off the duffel bag. So I put it back in my pocket, and I was trying to get it to do it again. It did it like 3 times in a row. Like, be careful. Pocket clips, smooth surfaces. If you ain't got a real grippy knife, man, like, this was a scare. I didn't want to lose this one. I got it from a buddy of mine. He cut me a really good deal on it. So it does have some sentimental value to it too. Like, it's not one that's on my radar to sell. And I very much enjoy carrying this knife. But be very careful, man. That was silly. I told Courtney, I was like, if I do find this one, it's probably going to go back in the box and go back in the safe, and I likely will not carry it out of the house again, which is silly as well, because if you can't carry a knife out of the house, what's the point in carrying one at all, or owning it? But I couldn't believe. Now, if you're in khakis, I couldn't imagine carrying this knife in khakis, and it's kind of got a gentleman-esque type of vibe to it. So, like, I could imagine carrying this in khakis, but I'm in some thick blue jeans, like Ariat M5s, if you know anything about them. Their pockets are really thick on them. They're not stretchy. It's real denim type stuff, not thin at all. And this knife just slid right out, with the help of a duffel bag. And I'm incredibly grateful that I didn't lose it. It's been a long time since I lost a knife. Courtney used to pick on me all the time about losing knives. Today was a scare. I've been thinking about this knife for 7 hours, like maybe closer to 8, but at least 7. Whenever I realized it was gone, my mind's just been jumbled trying to figure out where it could have been. I've got people looking. Anyway, the video didn't need to be any longer than this. Be careful. Be careful. That's the message of the day. Like I lost a $500 knife today. A found it, but I also lost a $500 knife today. And that's why I don't carry your knives when you send them to me to let me borrow them, you know, and let me check them out. You know, they rarely ever leave the house, and if they do, you know, I make sure, you know, like with the person, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna carry it, but you know, like it's only because I can assume the responsibility, you know, if I lose it. So anyway, that's the message for the day, man. Sorry for the background noise. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great one. We'll catch you on the flip side.